What do you think about faking it till you believe it and then faking it till you make it? This is from a TED video. I'm not a huge fan of it. I think it's better to how do I want to express this? I think it's better to always be you. You know, like I think the more that you're faking being you, you end up people can tell and you're not having fun either. So what I would do is, I don't know what you're trying to fake, Ashish, right now, like what you're trying to fake being great at. But instead, I would take on the student role, where I'm learning to become an X, and I'm trying to get better every day, and that becomes the game. And if you're sharing, then you're sharing your experience and your journey. And when you bring on experts, or you're going for coaching yourself, or you're trying to learn more, that's part of the process. And every time you learn something, here's how I think of it. You're climbing a hill, you're climbing a mountain, right? You're from Nepal, you have mountains. So you're climbing a mountain, and the mountain represents growth. And the mountain, unlike Everest, never ends. There is no top. You're climbing forever, right? This becomes your goal. You want to climb and climb and climb forever. And that climb represents your personal growth journey. Every time you learn something, every time you meet a mentor, every time you watch a video, you're learning and you're growing and you're getting better. But learning alone and climbing alone isn't enough. You have to make sure that then you're also serving. And so how I think about it is, every time you take a step up that mountain, you then reach back and help somebody else out too. You help the person behind you get to the step that you're at. So whatever you're faking at right now, just treat it as a learning experience of what you want to get better at. And instead of pretending like you have all the answers when you don't, you'll actually learn faster if you recognize, hey, I'm a student. I'm trying to figure this out for myself. And as I do, I'm going to share my journey with you so you can learn too. And you start to build a much more authentic audience, community, and it's way more sustainable because you don't feel like a fake. You know, like if you felt every day like a fake, whoa, I just jumped into the ocean. If you felt like a fake every day, you're going to have a really hard time showing up. But if you felt real every day, it's going to be a lot more real, a lot more fun, a lot more authentic. You won't burn out. And when somebody says, hey, you don't have the answers, you don't know what you're doing. Like, yeah, you're right. I don't. I'm learning. So those are my thoughts on fake it till you make it. I don't know how does that compare to the TEDx video that you watched? Ashish says the context for that is, you know, when you have self-doubt, how important is it to fake that you can do it? You don't fake that you can do it. You say, I'm willing to try. If you want to overcome self-doubt, you don't need to pretend like you have the answers and you're going to crush it. The way through it is to say, I suck at this, and I'm probably going to suck at this as I try, but I'm going to try. Right? When my son said, join me on Minecraft, like, well, okay, I expect to suck at Minecraft because I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm still slow, and I still make mistakes, like falling off my dirt mountain. You know, I still make mistakes, and every time I learn, I get a little bit better. When you have the willingness to try, but you don't put expectations on winning, I think that's when you ultimately win. So you don't need to fake it. It's the opposite. Say, I expect to suck at this. I expect no results. And I'm going to try. And you tie your self-worth and your self-identity to being the person who tries. That's what I would say. I think that's the right answer. I don't know if that was the TEDx answer, but that's the right answer.